Hey everybody, today we're going to be making a really easy recipe. We're making a ground beef, one-pan skillet recipe. It's got rice and carrots and lots of good ingredients. And most importantly, it is delicious. You're going to love it. I'm Rockin' Robin, and I'm going to show you how to make it right after my chef joke. What's the opposite of ground beef? High stakes. To start off our recipe, I'm going to dice up a yellow onion, and I'm going to give it the super fine dice. Now let me show you how to do that real quick like. I cut off the ends of the onion, and then I cut it in half and peel off the skin. Then I make several horizontal cuts, being really careful with your fingers here. Then we'll make some vertical cuts, which are as close as you can get together as you can. Now I'll make some thin slices, and look what you've got, a super fine dice. It's really easy and quick. And I will follow up with a little bit of chopping, but it doesn't take much. Next we're going to cut up a nice red bell pepper. I'm going to cut the pieces off like this, and I'm going to remove any seeds that I see. Then I'm going to slice the bell pepper in thin little slices. That way when I cut it the other direction, the pieces will be small and my work will be done quickly. I'm going to saute my onions and bell pepper in a cast iron pan, but you can use whatever you want. Just make sure it's big. This is, I think, 12 inches. So I'm going to heat it over a medium-high heat to get it going, and then I'm going to drop in a couple of tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. As that oil gets hot, go ahead and swirl your pan to cover the oil on the bottom of it. Then toss in your onions and your bell peppers. I'm going to saute this for about 5 minutes or until the vegetables begin to soften. While the onions are sauteing, I'm going to go ahead and prep up my garlic. I like to use lots of garlic, so I'm using about 5 cloves here. And I'm just going to show you how I prep it up and then put it through a garlic press. So you just want to cut off the end of the garlic and then pound it with your knife. Give it a little smash, just like you would the like button if you're enjoying this video. And then you can easily peel that paper coating right off the garlic. Running it through a garlic press makes it quick and easy. Now back to our skillet, I'm going to be adding a half a pound of ground pork as well as 1 pound of ground beef. Take some spatulas or wooden spoons, whatever you have, and break this up and mix everything together and just, keep working it. Then we'll add about a teaspoon of salt, sprinkle it around, and a bit of pepper. We're going to cook this until the meat is fully browned, say about 12 to 15 minutes, whatever it takes, and then we're going to drain any excess fat. The best way to drain the fat, especially if you're using a cast iron pan which is heavy, is just to tip it over and scoop out the excess grease. Now we're going to make a little well in the middle of the pan so that you can see the bottom of the frying pan, and I'm going to place some tomato paste there, and we're going to caramelize this for some extra flavor. So I'll stir that paste and just kind of stir it around a little bit on the bottom of the pan to caramelize it for about a minute or two. Then I'll add our minced garlic and do the same thing basically. We're just going to cook this for another minute. When that garlic starts to heat up, boy, can you smell that aroma. It is wonderful. Next, I'm adding some beef broth. And don't forget you can get the written recipe below the video in the description area. Next, for a little veggie, we're adding some sliced carrots. Give that a quick stir, and then I'm going to add some long grain white rice. Now I'm going to add some white rice, and then we'll give this a stir to make sure it's all moistened. Next goes some fire roasted diced tomatoes. So just toss that in, and I hope it doesn't go over the pan. We're almost done here. Now we're going to give this a stir, and I'm going to add some spices. For some really great flavor, we're going to add some Worcestershire sauce. A couple of teaspoons of this should do the trick. I'm also going to add a teaspoon of oregano and a teaspoon of basil. The very last ingredient is a teaspoon of salt. I've turned up the heat now because I want to bring this to a boil. We've got to cook that rice. So give this a good stir, mix everything in really well, And then we're going to, I've got it on high. I'm going to bring it up to a nice boil. We'll cover it and turn the temperature to simmer and cook it for 20 minutes. It's time for chef joke number 2. What did the mama cow say to the baby cow? It's past your bedtime. After 20 minutes, here's our dish. Now, I always like to test the rice just to make sure it's completely done. So I'll spoon it aside, take a little taste, and see what I think. All is good, so now we're going to top this with a little bit of cheddar cheese. So go ahead and sprinkle it around. Since my cast iron pan stays hot for a long time and it really holds the heat, all I have to do here is place some foil over the top. However, since my pan is so full, I don't want the foil to stick to the cheese and then pull it off. So I'm going to make a little dome for it, and I'll show you how I do that. So I just placed a glass dish upside down on top of it, and then just sealed up the foil around it as best I could, and it steams and melts that cheese in 3 to 5 minutes. Check this out. Here's our dish. The cheese is beautifully melted. The foil didn't stick, and take the cheese off, and you just take your glass off. That's just a little bit of cheese, no big deal. And you serve this up, and it is so good. This dish is full of flavor. It is savory. It's got a little sweetness from the bell pepper. And I tell you, the cheese really finishes it off. It's got plenty of protein. It is delicious. I think you guys are going to love it. Please try it and let me know down in the comments what you think. Now, if you'd like to visit heaven for dessert, I have the recipe for you. This is my very favorite cake. It's called Chocolate Dream Cake. And I'm telling you, it's a dream. It is the best cake recipe that I've ever had. If you like chocolate, you like something light and delicious, this is the one you gotta try. Click the link on the screen and it'll take you right to this fantasy. Thanks for watching today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. Give it a try. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. All right, and if you know somebody who might enjoy it, share it with them. I'm sure they'd appreciate a nice, delicious, and quick recipe. We'll see you back here next time for another delicious and healthy recipe. Take care.